The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here. This is the Tiger Technicians Hour on this Friday, the last Friday of September, the 27th. And we're looking at the Dow up strongly, up 222 points at 42,399. So everything I've got here has been saying that the Dow has been very strong. There should be some kind of a sideways, kind of a digestive phase going on. I've been saying for about a week. Well, if you look at this, we're making new highs, but they're just modest new highs. But it is new highs, and it's great because the 9-period moving average, the price is over the 9 is over the 14, the daily chart, the MACD is strong, the relative strength is a little bit weaker than it was the other day, but it's still good. The stochastic's flat at 92%. 92% in flat is exactly what you want to see. Next thing you're looking at is the on-balance volume. It's just a tad overbought, but it's holding very nicely. Now look at this breakout in the weekly chart, leg D, and this leg D is saying that it is above the green, dash green, inside track repellent zone. If it goes higher, it starts to become a propellant zone, but let's just do one step at a time. So I'll talk about this in a few moments' time about this particular cup and handle pattern, the Chapman Wave instant restart, and the fact that one technique says it should come back to test the 41,585 lip on the left side, and the other technique says, wow, both instant restart and a long peak C with a cup formation that goes to a D, usually you get an instant restart, and you can, in fact, see a very nice move to the upside. So we'll see what happens. All right. The next thing we're looking at here is the monthly chart. Well, let's wait until Monday where it's closed, but this is a green, all-time high, green Chapman Wave Roman candle high. So that's a positive so far. Day's young. We've got the day to go. We've got tomorrow to go. Let's go on to the S&P. So the other S&P is trading at up 831. It had a high yesterday. It's at 5753.98 right now. Yesterday's high was 5767.37. So in this particular context, what we're looking at is the 9 is over, the price is over the 9. The 9 is over the 14. Great. The MACD is strong. The relative strength is actually making slightly higher highs than it was the other day. The stochastics at 95% and flat. The on-balance volume is a little overbought. So I've been saying to subscribers that I don't have a signal just yet other than those two patterns that we were looking at in the Dow. But as a cautionary measure, if such and such happened, we would grab a short position. And it's not an aggressive short position. It's just a one-to-one, but that's our insurance. But we haven't got it, and we haven't got even close to that level yet. But it's interesting to say that in September, fund managers have been buying almost every single dip. They just buy every single dip. Well, with that said, let's go on to and here's another big question. Chapman Wave methodology. Look, if you relied on the MACD, and a lot of people do that. I used to do that years ago. I remember I've got this book right here, Jake Bernstein, The Complete Day Trade, and this goes way back. If I say way back, I probably mean 40 years, 40, 30, whatever it is. And I remember picking it up, and and then I started to use moving averages, etc. But one of the things that's really important is that within the context of this V-shaped pattern, the higher you go on the right side, the less it becomes. Do you remember I spoke about the Groucho Marx eyebrows with double tops? So far, this is really not a double top. Everything about it with the on-balance volume a little overbought, but at highs. The stochastic flat at 85%. This is the weekly chart. The MACD, I say, when it finally crosses positive, that's going to be a good signal. And look at the 9-period moving average, not even close to breaking under the 14-period moving average. It's moving in parallel synchronicity with the same aperture. In fact, if anything, it's expanding. So that weekly chart, I'll do some work over the weekend. Maybe I'll wait until the close on Monday where we got the end of the month. This looks like a down arrow with an up arrow with a buy signal that is with a MACD crossing positive. It is so close to going to a weekly buy mode. That means you could pull back. You'd have to pull back probably to the 5,300 or 5,200 level for me to say, it's negated. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Look at the monthly chart. This goes back to 666, the low that was made back in March the 9th of 2009. Remember the Friday, that was the Monday. The Friday we went along the diamonds at the very low. But look at this. If you use this up channel, this narrow little, it's like nothing. It looks like one trend line, but it's two. And it makes a little channel. And look how the price got repelled back in January of 2022. 48.18, we plummeted down to 34.91, and then we came all the way back, and now we've got a chance of it. This is impossible to believe. It's just a chance of an instant restart, but I'm not doing that yet because we've gone so much higher than that D. But look, this is called a leg F in the monthly chart, and at this point, it is above the trend line resistance. MACD is very strong. Stochastic's fantastic for a monthly chart. At 94, at some point, this 94% is going to go down to the teens, but it hasn't started yet. It could, but it hasn't. 2025, I think, is going to be the big test for everything. All right, now let's get back to our story because we want to look at the QQQ. So here's the QQQ, leg D in the day that could possibly today make a peak D. That is underneath the all-time high of 503.52. I'm going to type this in. I keep saying that and I don't do it. 503.32. That was the high that was made in July. And here again, is this a top? Was that the top? And this is a new start. This is peak A, peak B, big pullback, a gray peak A, a leg B, and then we get an overlapping wave. I don't know, more and more, I'm looking at this and saying, I think that was the top. And this is the start of a new move up. Peak A, this is leg B of a brand new move. I haven't made that decision yet. I don't have to because we don't have QQQs, although we have stocks that could be in the QQQ. So I'm looking at this and saying, okay, this is leg D under the previous high. I don't like that. Usually that means you've got a little bit of a pullback coming. Be careful. But Anne-Marie wanted to know, she says, I might be mistaken, but the TQQQ is still in leg C in the daily charts, whereas the QQQ is in leg D. Can I expect a leg D in the TQQQ? Wouldn't it mean that the QQQ ascension would continue a bit longer too? Thank you for the entries on V&Q and all your good advices. Thank you, Anne-Marie. So, with that said, I wanted to show you something. You remember what the whole premise of the Chapman wave, we've got a break coming up, is that you've got to identify the low bar, and from the low bar, every higher peak is alphabetized sequentially. Well, I'll go through it when we return for the TQQ, 3 times as long as the Ultra Pro QQQ. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hi, so we're back and we're looking at this particular pattern here. So remember, from the low bar, and when I emphasize it, I always put a little circle to say from that low bar, August the 5th, under 50, it goes peak A, gray peak A, 2 bars later, third bar is a pullback, and then it goes B, and then it pulls back very sharply, but here's your starting point, so you've got to count every peak. Well, there's a little peak right there, Anne-Marie, this is what you missed, right there, on the what date is that? The 5th of September, it hit 63.72, and that was after the high of 63.37. So that's a peak A. And there I always say gray A. I'll actually change the color right now because it's underneath the previous high. And then it goes to a gray B. It pulls back even further, but that's not the issue. The issue is just, it took me a long time to develop this technique and quite a bit of money. Look, from that up arrow, peak A, peak B, and now it goes to a peak C. And where's peak C? It's underneath that peak B. So that negates that B. It means that this gets priority because it's already at a C. And finally yesterday you got your leg D. So they're all in sync. Yes, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes with the diamonds, I get one thing says says a peak D, and the industrial, the Dow Jones itself is not. It's at a C or a C1, peak C1, C2. But that's, those are unusual things. So this is it. So that's why I say to subscribers, we're getting a little stretched. The rotation where every single day there's been something new. The other day was China. And then all of a sudden you get Micron. Let me see what the semiconductors are today. See, they're down. To me, these are false breakouts to the upside. There isn't this rotation between sectors is what's really important. And it keeps buoying or hoisting the price of the averages themselves. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm saying I don't have any signal yet. I'm ready, but I think we have to actually get a sharp down move before I can actually get the signal. I don't want to catch a falling knife. I don't. As this we did the other day. We had a very small loss in our short position, and I said no, didn't work. We're done. And then we stepped aside for a while, and we're still stepping aside because we're along the Dow, we're along the IWM, we got all long positions, nothing short, and so far they're actually working quite well. Now I need to just check one thing if you don't mind. So you remember we were looking at I said it's a little high for the instant restart. Normally if it has leg E/A is really big, then I consider that there's a less of a chance that it's an instant restart, that it's probably going to go to an E than an F and a G. And a G is where you get a big pullback. That's where you might get another G/C going to a D. All right, this is for technicians in the Chapman wave methodology. But I just wanted to check here, SOLV, because this is what I was using as a benchmark. I said I'd show this. So this is an instant restart because it went within 3 bars to a leg E. But I also said, there's something wrong with this because I think it's going to just go to an E, F, or G. I don't think this is actually the characteristic of an instant restart when the E is just so strong. So look what we've done in Solventum Corporation. It's healthcare that's trading at 68.94, up 84 cents today. It is 73.40, and it's had a doji candle. I call this a technique that I have a webinar on. It's called the silent doji. When there's a little tiny plus sign, either before or after what could be a serious top or bottom. No one sees it because if you're scanning, you're not looking for it. You're looking for the actual candle at the top of the bottom. In this case, it's not. It's the one before, the one after. I call it the silent doji reversal. And now look what's happened. We've pulled back from 73.40 to today's low of 67.58. I just want to check something. So I forgot to put this for my subscribers. I say today, and I underline exactly what we're doing today, what to watch for, what to look for, what we're buying, what we're shorting, whatever it is. And I forgot to put in, I did. I forgot to put in this because we've taken little bits off. And I said today to put back some at 67.34. Well, the low is 67. What's the low? 67.58. So we haven't got it. And that's just for those people who took on the way up. We've been long for quite a while from the 50, 55, 57 area. So I always do that. Money management says instead of doubling up, I say take a little bit off. This is a newsletter to get you. My subscribers, I want to be in the game for a long time. You don't want to lose enough capital that you have to make some kind of crazy adjustments to your lifestyle. All right, so there's a leg C. Anyway, that was the whole point of this was to say that if it extends very much to the upside, there's a chance that but if it's very quick, and I've got lots of those, I'll find them as we move along today. In fact, I got one right here. I wrote it down, didn't I? Instant restart. This is Jets. Yeah, this is perfect. Look, this is the U.S. This is the U.S. Airline Index. It's the Global Jets ETF. This is a perfect instant restart. Look, it makes a peak D on the daily chart right there at 1847, pulls back with a slightly lower 1848, pulls back one day with a slightly lower high and a slightly lower low. Next day it makes a new high. So that becomes E/A, F/B, G/C, and then it goes on to a D and an E. All right? So that's positive. That's actually a really good sign. It's the reason why I don't want to get all carried away with short positions, because you finally got the IYT. And look at this single leg A to the upside from the 16s to 21 in the weekly chart. And the monthly chart is very close. We've seen a lot of these patterns where it has a sideways consolidation for quite a while, does the dreaded H pattern, that H suddenly starts to form the cup formation. So that's a really good sign. So let's see where the IYT is, which is the transportation index of A, B. So that's a B minus. Look, that failed. So I have to change that notation there to a minus. And it pulls back even sharper. It goes down to the 59 or 60 level. This is a peak A. I have to tell you, the more I look at these charts, you can read whatever you want about overbought. Where as long as, look, when the market was going to highs, the transports plummeted down, even in the last move back in July, August, when the markets were trading so well. This darn thing went from the 69 area down to 59. That's a big pullback. So as long as you get this rotation, it gives you the cushion. That's really what it's all about. It gives you the cushion, and you need that. So the transports are doing quite nicely. They're up today, 92 cents at 69.58. Big question is this a brand new buy signal? I'm just putting it in. I've got it as a buy signal upgrade. Almost, I'll have to wait for the day to finish, but I think it's going to be upgraded to buy mode. In a leg B in the daily chart, that means next week. You can't get a top in the transports until next week. Am I crazy? But that's kind of what I got. I'll be back. Dow's up 348. S&P's up 50.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks. I've just been writing down some of the questions that I had. So this is the characteristic that we're looking at now. Going to leg F, I don't see any reason why I need to do anything, call it an F/B. Just the implication is that it could be because it did not take out that low over there. So this is still potentially an instant restart. And my suspicion is that there's buying coming in because September's been a very good month, and that we'll see what happens Monday. But these are fund managers that are perhaps, things have changed, and they just want to be in the right position to show their clients at the end of the month. That's my thinking right now. Let's go to some questions. XPEV. I've been talking about this for a little while, saying China. Yeah, this has been very good. It's the Xpeng Inc. designs and develops, manufactures smart EVs. Monthly chart is horrible. It's improving. The weekly chart has just moved spectacularly from the 6s to double to 12s, and the daily chart. This could even be an instant restart, but in the meantime, I don't want to get carried away. I normally, no matter what happens, I just do this. It's just a reflex of mine. I've been doing it for not just thousands of charts, more than thousands of charts. When I get this, I just immediately just put that circle in to say, hey, keep in mind that's an instant restart. But everything about it's getting a little bit overbought. Look at all the gaps. Well, it's an overseas, it's a Chinese stock, so there are always gaps. So look at this. So it's acting so well. It's really great. But as a longer term move, I would just have to say until it starts to trade, it can hit it, that's fine. But until it trades between 14 and 15 for about a week or two, these are a news-related spike. It has everything that suggests this news-related spikes. The fact that it's continued from the low that was made in the 12th. Remember, I drew in this cup formation, left side, right side price time match. It was just perfect to the low that was made right there, around about the 12th or so of August, and had the inside track dash green repellent line. Yep, it hit it exactly right on the dot, the exact day. What a nice technique when it works. Okay. So now this is brand new leg B in the weekly chart. This is amazing. A was this big move here, big digester. Oh, what am I talking? Yes, it's an A because they made a lower low. I meant to check that out. That was 655 back in April and 660. So that is the low right there. So this is not B. This is a C. Remember, this is the whole thing about it. It's an easy technique. But it does get complicated at a certain point. But most of it is easy. Look, that gray that gray B stays B, gray, until it takes out that high. The moment it goes above the weekly high of 24th of May, 1047, it goes to 1048, boom. It goes to a blue buy signal, C. Change the color. Right there. And there it is, blue, and you push it up there, and now it's in leg C in a buy mode. All right, that was quick. Wow, the buy mode. Okay, so with that said, a couple of other things that I need to look at here. Let me just get rid of that. It's in my way. All right, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at Walmart. The question came about Walmart. Yeah, Walmart made an all-time high 3 days ago, just under 82. That was a peak deal. Oh, that's why I wanted to mention it. Here's your perfect instant restart. Look, it goes 2 bars, and the third bar breaks to the upside at peak D. That becomes E. That becomes F. This becomes, because it's an instant restart, a G. D/C. Why? You see the way the MACD is so strong, and yet the MACD. So look at the 9-period moving average, so strong, yet the MACD pulled back, but then it deflected. That 9-period differential, the green line, deflected higher. So what I do is I look at this and I say, oh, I've learned over the years that G is really important, but so often, especially when you've had an instant restart, please consider that it could be a G/, and if the next parallel, if the next alternate count can be a C, expect the cup formation to go to a D, and then you have to reassess, because that's where it becomes a little bit vulnerable. Well, that's D, and it was vulnerable for a day, and today it's bouncing a little bit. But I've also got an instant restart in the weekly chart. Is this an F or is this an F/B? I don't have to make a decision. I'm calling it an F for now. I can make a change anytime. And the monthly chart did the same thing, an instant restart, and it had a greater than 1-to-1 expansion to the upside there, yeah? And it's in leg F. The monthly chart doesn't look like an F. It looks like it's an F/B. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just saying Walmart's acting fantastically. It could easily have a digestive phase back to 76. It's at 80 right now. If it breaks 74, that's a bit of a problem, but it's doing well. So the next question came in. Costco and Walmart, this is all retail. This is a very important aspect, have been doing really well and going to highs, all-time highs. Where are we now? Well, Costco came out with earnings, and some of it was disappointing. Some of it was spectacular, but some of it was actually disappointing. So I go back and I look at this. I haven't been updated. Remember, every single notation you see in those thousands and thousands of charts right here, and when I say thousands, I mean even the 1-minute chart, even after I do it if I'm away, I still do the notation to learn, to get this technique, to be able to, better and understand markets. This says peak E, and the stochastic and MACD were all very weak, but the 9-period moving average, even with that massive move down today went down to 874. It's trading at 890 right now. 874, 16 points lower. It was $27, and now look at this. It's trying to come back a little bit. So when that 9-period moving average in this particular instance goes pink, be careful, because then Costco could pull back. Walmart now is a superior chart in the shorter term. Monthly charts, I would say, even with this move, the Costco monthly chart, the 9 is still way over the 14. You've got to go step by step. I think the upside is kind of limited now with Costco, but I'm not saying the downside, it's a downside smash. I think the downside has 870 as really important support, and here it is at 890, $20 above that. So this is something to take note of. All right, we've got another bunch of questions coming up. Let me just see where we are in the notation in my 1, 5, and 10-minute charts. Yeah, we went to peak E in the 1-minute chart, pulled back. Look how we pulled back. Look at that 9-period moving average, still green. That's why the price went back up again. I'll be back. That was at 362. Woohoo!
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model? when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities. Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust. The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi, so I've got a question in the Tiger YouTube. Basil says, just a general question: why you focus so much on the 5, and the 10-minute chart? You're a swing trader. Those time frames mean little for swing trades. Just curious. That's because it's technique. It's to develop technique. Look, this chart here doesn't know that it's a 1-minute chart. It looks the same as a 1 day or a 1 week. And this doesn't know it's a 5-minute chart or 10 minutes. It's the techniques that I like. It's like in tennis, you go up against the wall and you practice, or you get the ball machine, you practice. It's important. You want to keep on your toes. You want to be able to identify things. That's how I developed a lot of these techniques. Okay, so the next question is, and sometimes I'm right there training these things. Yeah. At the same time, I have a question. Okay, 3 questions that have come up here that I don't want to miss. Yeah, so a couple of questions came in that I need to get you right away, so I'll just forget about everything I've written down. I want to show you for a moment the FXI, which is the China. Nice breakout. That was a peak. D/B. I didn't know whether it was you remember, this is the technique that we were showing you, C1, C2, C3, and I said, the more times it just fractionally misses going to a high, at some point it sometimes breaks out and it goes all the way through, and that can be a D, but it could even be the start of something new. So this I'm going to call a C in the FXI, the iShares China Large Cap ETF, and now this is a D right above the 200 period moving average, which I'd say the beginning of the week. Wait, today's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, the beginning of the week. I said, wow, it's got a long way to go, even to get to the 29s. And here it is at the 32s. It's zipped right past the 30.84 200-period moving average in the monthly chart. I've got a Fibonacci that says, yeah, it could get to 33.20. But most important, look at that weekly chart. That's what you want to see in these sideways moves that suddenly break out and take out the wick of a long candle. You want to see a powerful. This is a very good move. Now it says to negate this entire candle in the FXI weekly chart, it would really have to be bad news. And then all these Chinese stocks. Look at Chinese stocks. Look at that in the monthly chart. Leg C, leg D. I typed it in over there. Yeah, it is just about on the 200-period moving average. It's at 108.65, 109.89, and this is a leg E. I think everything about this is saying to me, next week could be a pretty choppy week. Now, I could be totally wrong, and we have measurements that would say whether I'm right or wrong. But all I'm doing is I'm saying, look, the SMHs. Oh, this goes to the question that I had. So the SMHs, if it wasn't for Micron coming out with that spectacular, whatever it was yesterday, 2 days ago after the bell, look, the semiconductors were lagging. They were way down here. They're still lagging. Today they're down 3. So I'm saying to you, I have a lot of respect for the semiconductors as a big macro instigator, a visual, as well as a technical economic indicator. And they are saying that not everything's right. And therefore, I'm saying that these sporadic, momentary spikes to the upside when you are just going sideways says that you've got to get follow through. I don't care about the one-time thing. I want to see a follow through. I want to see the weekly chart start to improve. For the SMHs, that would say by the end of October, 4 or 5 weeks' time, I want to see a test of the 270 to 290 area. That would be really impressive. And this is the way it is. Okay, so here comes the question about the IWM. IWM, I like the action. I don't think it's great yet. We are long from way down here near the bottom. The bottom was 196.60. We're in the 202 area. But that's not the issue. The issue is the idea of going along the iShares, the Russell 2000, was to say that the weekly chart was improving a lot technically, except for that real sudden 31st of July, 228.63 all-time high. Recovery high, slumped down to 196.60, gaps down, a bunch of gaps, and now it's filled all those gaps. That's really important. But the monthly chart, the weekly chart is still very good. The stochastic's only at 63. It needs to get to the 80 or higher level. The stochastic in the monthly chart is really what I'm impressed with. And look, as a monthly chart, let me just expand this for a moment here. And there has to be a time where it doesn't have to, but I would like to think that there will be a time where the small caps, and of course they have a lot of the oil service stocks and all that, and they are struggling. It has a lot of the regional banks, and they're not performing as well as the money center banks. But look, this candle, let's just say we can close on Monday, we're at 222.41, and we close either between 222 and 225. Let's just give a number, okay? This is going to be a Chapman Roman candle, green Roman candle. At this point, that wick on the top is just a little too long for the technique that I like to use. So, but it has that potential. So I'm just saying that for subscribers, I like to look out. I mean, we have some positions that we've had just for years. And I like that. I mean, we bought the lows and the Dow and all the major lows. I like that because it gives us some room to breathe. But in the meantime, I want to see if we can do the same thing with areas that have been unsuccessful. And I have to say, the small caps have been unsuccessful. Yes, they're making higher highs and higher lows, but they are not breaking out until the Russell 2000 ETF, the iShares, the IWM, trading at 222.45, up 3.56 right now, can get into the 235, 236 area. It's going to be a struggle. That's just the way it is. Okay, next question came in. Yeah. Oh, we've got a break. Let me just do this. Let me just check down here, down there. Okay. NVIDIA. NVIDIA this is a good prime example. You've been the star. Now you have to have a period of digestion, and it's doing just that. There's nothing wrong with that. It needs time. Look at GE. Star performer. Makes an all-time high just 3 days ago. And it's still holding.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry August 9th and 23rd for more live trading action. For this month only, use code LarryAug24 at checkout to save $50 off your first month as a subscriber to Live Trading Fridays for his live trading sessions, where you'll sit right beside him as he trades the market live. For this month only, enter code LarryAug24 and save $50 off your first month. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
I've got a GE as a leg C. I could use a phantom peak here because we're just pennies away from making a peak C and going to a D. Don't have to do anything like that. Well, first of all, we don't have it, I'm upset to say. But look, it should make this arch, this cup formation, and try for a D. But the technicals are still so very good that there's nothing to say right now. I'll come back to it Monday or Tuesday. Now, last thing I wanted to do just before we wrap up is, where was it? Remember we spoke, I had Jason wanted to know from London about RBLK. No, I'm still writing it incorrectly. Oh, RKLB. There it is. Yeah, look at that. We were talking about this back when it was in the 7s, and here it is at 9.87 in leg E. Leg F, actually. Oh, was that an instant restart? Could it be? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay, so this is spectacular action, getting a little toppy, but great. This is Rocket Lab USA trading up 9.88 at 1.19. Jason, great pick. No wonder why you reconstructed your house. Okay. What we're looking at now is, let me just do this very quickly because we're going to wrap up. And for subscribers to my opening call, I will try today to do my video, my weekend hour-long video discussing all these different aspects and the positions that we have, what we're looking for going forward, what we're looking for would be automatically going forward. But in the meantime, the Dow trading up 334 at 42,508 has a major support at 42,000 and 42,200 on the intraday basis. But looking out into next week, the whole area of 42,000 to 41,800, that's going to be important. Anything happens, that gets taken out, then we're in for a digestive phase. But in the meantime, so far so good, but it's rotational. Not everything's working.